disappointed at the region, but I guess what else can you just assess, from that season?
What can I assess from?
From the season being in Stockton League.
I don't know what goes what goes on in the room. I mean, I can only go on our body of work. If you look at our schedule, our non-conference schedule, was probably one of the best in the country, top 3 in the country. We only lost to one top 25 team in the country. Most of those games were played on the road. I don't know what more we can do. We won our conference tournament to play closer. 2 years ago, we got sent to Greensboro. Last year, we had to take the time zone flight over 2 time zones. I thought it was our turn to get it flipped over back to the Greensboro kind of ideology behind what took place in the room 2 years ago. So I don't know what went down, but I'm disappointed. I am. I'm very disappointed. We're always the team, 3 out of the 4 years that we've been #1 seeds, having to fly across 2 and 3 time zones. It's not, I'm not going to say it's not fair, but they got to figure out a different way, especially when we played ourselves into that #3, #1 seed.
You think you're going to use that to fuel this team, not going to the NCAA tournament?
I'm not going to say any more about it than tonight. So once I'm done with media, we're going to move on and we're going to face the music that's playing.
Don, what has this past week been spent doing? Has it been the usual practices? Have you given them a few days off, being spring break and all?
We did give them a few days off for spring break. We got back in the swing of things on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We practiced and we're just getting ready to, face different defenses, maybe zones or sagging mans, just to continue our fluidity in what we're doing from an offensive standpoint, and defensively just trying to get ready just in case we have to be a little bit more versatile out there on the defensive side of the ball.
How familiar are you with the other 3 teams? I know you saw Arizona State 2 years ago in Greensboro, but how much have they changed, and what do you know about Asheville, your first opponent?
I don't know much about Asheville. We'll have a lot to say about them after tonight. But Arizona State's always a team in which they're hard-nosed. They play, they like to score low. They defend, and they well coached. But my focus is going to be a UNC Asheville just to get through the first round.
Despite the disappointing news, you've got the passion and the enthusiasm for the fans. Can you carry this over to Friday?
We are. I mean, everywhere we go, I think our fans are going to be supporting us and cheering for us. You walk down the street, they're always patting us on the back. But the electricity in this room, the electricity that's going to be in Colonial Life Arena on Friday is going to be, something that we'll certainly draw on to give us energy to go out there, continue to want to work hard and play hard and make them proud.
Dawn, how is Elena? I don't think I saw her here tonight.
Yeah, she's doing all right. We're gonna see where she is. As we continue down this path.
Has she been practicing?
No, she hasn't practiced.
Dawn, can you open a line of communication to the selection committee or somebody to try to figure out why this keeps happening to you guys?
I do talk to several people afterwards, and they give me the. What took place in the room. I'm looking forward to those conversations that I had after things settle down. But that was the scenario. What I told you is that 2 years ago we got it. We got it because of the fan support, and it was a flight for Notre Dame to go to I think it was Oklahoma City. Last year, it flip-flopped, where it was a flight for us. It didn't matter that it was a flight, bus ride for them. I just thought it should flip-flop back, if all things are equal, which I think they are because they won their tournament. We won our tournament. I think we played a little bit better schedule than they did. So I'm eager to see what they say about it.
How important is it for South Carolina basketball that the men and women are both in the tournament for the first time in decades?
I think it's important, that what we're trying to build. Frank and I got hired here to turn programs around, and we did not know how long We didn't know how hard it would be to turn it around, but to see it come to fruition, it's only great. I think it's a tribute to a lot of people. Our administration has been very supportive of us. The fans have been supportive, and I mean it's hard. I mean it's hard to do what's taking place, and I'm just happy for Frank and his staff, Anya, who've worked extremely hard for this particular day. But I think it's a great time for our university and definitely basketball, because a lot of sports around here have been doing a tremendous job at making their teams a national prominence.
Dawn, looking at how Ty Harris has played since she was made into the starter, just how much have you seen her improve, and how much growing does she still have to do?
She's improved incredibly. I think Ty is very cerebral point guard. She knows what her weaknesses are. She knows the weaknesses of our team, and she plays off of those things. And you'll see her take on probably a more aggressive from a offensive standpoint, because she can score the ball. She just prefers to facilitate. But I think when she's hearing the doubters, that's when she takes her game to another level. And I know Marilyn said, Brenda Freese talked about her freshman point guard, but I wouldn't want any other point guard running our basketball team but Ty Harris.
How much have you encouraged her to be vocal on the court? Even though she's a freshman, to say you can yell at a senior if you need to.
That's a process for her. Ty likes, she's a freshman. She likes to blend a little bit, and we don't like to blend. If you're not an average player, don't be average. Don't blend. The same conversations that I've had with Asia Wilson. You're not a blender. If you want to blend, then you go sit on the side and blend with the average people. But if you want to, be the best that you can be, then you do that all the time. And Ty, does that in practice. Ty's more vocal. Ty has a really good understanding of what we want from a coaching staff standpoint, and she's she's doing it vocally, she's doing it physically, she's doing it cerebrally.
Coach, how you feel about the rest of the region, the bracket, some of the teams that filled in, even though you're in Stockton, I guess how you guys feel, competitively going to this region?
Well, in the tournament, anything can happen. So we have to make sure that we cover every single team program that's in our region. Our coaching staff does a great job at making sure that our team is prepped and ready to go, no matter who we're faced. We're not going to take anybody lightly. We'll be ready to, if we take care of business and win in advance. It doesn't matter who we end up playing.